Welcome to the Madison Lord Podcast. Today is Monday, November 20th, 2023. Big show, NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, golf, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with the NFL. It was a fun Sunday slate, and we look ahead to what, in my opinion, is the game of the year so far between the Chiefs and the Eagles. So, Sunday results: Browns over the Steelers 13-10, Texans over the Cardinals 21-16, Jaguars over the Titans 34-14, Dolphins over the Ravens 20-13, Giants upset the Commanders 31-19, Cowboys over the Panthers 33-10, Lions over the Bears 31-26, Packers over the Chargers 23-20, 49ers over the Buccaneers 27-14, Bills over the Jets 32-6, Rams over the Seahawks 17-16, and the Broncos over the Vikings 21-20 on Sunday Night Football. Alrighty. Monday Night Football, the game of the year so far. 8:15 on ABC and ESPN. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters on the call. Eagles, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Apparently no Taylor Swift in the building, which stinks. There's a big one. And the funny thing is that she's an Eagles fan and her boyfriend's on the Chiefs. But her boyfriend's brother's on the Eagles, so that's kind of funny. Anyway, my projection is the Chiefs by 1.5, total 44 and 7/20. Injury-wise, Eagles have some dudes out, and then the Chiefs have Bolton out. So out for the Eagles is Goddard, Maddox, and Kobe Dean. And if those three guys were healthy, I would have had Eagles projected favored, but I do not. And the line here is Chiefs by 2.5, total 45.5. Very close. Like I said, it's the game of the year so far. And for me, the pick's a slight under, banking on the Chiefs. Awesome defense doing its thing. So slight under is the pick here. All right, on the college football. A lot of big results to go over from the weekend. We'll begin with Friday night. UTSA over South Florida 49-21. Washington State over Colorado 56-14. And then Saturday, number 3 Michigan over Maryland 31-24. Number 8 Alabama over Chattanooga 66-10. Number 10 Louisville over Miami 38-31. Number 12 Penn State over Rutgers 27-6. Number 13 Ole Miss over UL Monroe 35-3. Number 14 Oklahoma over BYU 31-24. Number 24 Tulane over FAU 24-8. Army over Coastal Carolina 28-21. Michigan State over Indiana 24-21. Mississippi State over Southern Miss 41-20. Northwestern over Purdue 23-15. Texas A&M over Abilene Christian 38-10. UConn over Sacramento 31-3. Navy over East Carolina 10-10. They're 10-0. Oh my God. SMU over Memphis 38-34. Liberty over UMass 49-25. Jacksonville State over Louisiana Tech 56-17. Middle Tennessee over UTEP 34-30. Rice over Charlotte 28-7. App State over James Madison 26-23 in overtime. Ball State over Kent State 34-3. Wyoming over Hawaii 42-9. Number 17 Arizona over number 22 Utah 42-18. West Virginia over Cincinnati 42-21. Virginia over Duke 30-27. North Texas over Tulsa 35-28. UAB over Temple 34-24. Arkansas State destroys Texas State 77-31. Colorado State over Nevada 30-20. Number 1 Georgia over number 18 Tennessee 38-10. Number 16 Iowa over Illinois 15-13. Number 19 Notre Dame over Wake 45-7. Clemson beats number 20 North Carolina 31-10 or 31-20, my bad. Western Kentucky over Sam Houston 28-23. UCLA over USC 38-20. NC State over Virginia Tech 35-28. TCU over Baylor 42-17. Troy over Louisiana 31-24. UNLV over Air Force 31-27. Number 2 Ohio State over Minnesota 37-3. Number 6 Oregon over Arizona State 49-13. Number 23 Oklahoma State over Houston 43-30. Mexico State over Auburn 31-10. Texas Tech over UCF 24-23. South Alabama over Marshall 28-zip. Old Dominion over Georgia Southern 2017. Number 4 Florida State over North Alabama 58-13. Cal over Stanford 27-15. Number 21 Kansas State over number 25 Kansas 31-27. Boise State over Utah State 45-10. Number 5, Washington State over number 11, Oregon State, 22-20. Number 9, Missouri over Florida, 33-31. Arkansas over FIU, 44-20. South Carolina over Kentucky, 17-14. Wisconsin over Nebraska, 24-17 overtime. Number 7, Texas over Iowa State, 26-16. Number 15, LSU over Georgia State, 56-14. Georgia Tech over Syracuse, 31-22. New Mexico over Fresno State, 25-17. San Jose State over San Diego State, 24-13. And that's the college football slate for this week. Now we'll move on to college basketball from the weekend. We're going to go over the results as rapid fire as we can. Then we'll look ahead to the games for today. All right, we'll begin on Friday. UBC beats Sacred Heart, 85-80. LSU beats North Texas, 66-62. Vermont beats St. Louis, 78-68. Fordham beats Norfolk, 77-64. Northern Illinois beats Georgia State, 70-64. Dayton beats St. John's, 88-81. South Dakota beats VMI, 85-81. Wyoming beats Charleston, 67-60. Number 12, Miami beats Georgia, 79-68. Abilene Christian beats San Jose State, 77-71. South Alabama beats Denver, 82-75. Cal State Northridge beats Life Pacific, 98-67. Lindenwood beats Omaha, 72-70. Gardner Webb beats Weber State, 62-61. Maine beats Presbyterian, 80-66. Number 6, Houston beats Utah, 76-66. Purdue Fort Wayne beats Northern Arizona, 77-67. Notre Dame beats Oklahoma State, 66-64 in overtime. Winthrop beats Holy Cross, 89-51. Quinnipiac beats Army, 67-58. Number 9, Duke beats Bucknell, 90-60. Delaware State beats Grambling, 71-63. Kent State beats Hampton, 100-62. Yale beats Colgate, 68-50. Kansas State beats Providence, 73-70 in overtime. Number 18, Michigan State beats Butler, 74-54. Air Force beats William & Mary, 80-71 in overtime. Youngstown State beats Utah Tech, 75-68. Furman beats Coastal Carolina, 89-80. Number 17, Kentucky beats Stonehill, 101-67. Number 24, James Madison beats Radford, 76-73. Tennessee Martin beats Eastern Kentucky, 80-74. SU Eversville beats Nichols, 60-51. Penn State beats Warren State, 74-51. East Tennessee State beats Dayton, 70-68. 20 beats Sacramento State, 92-57. Miami of Ohio beats Coppin State, 76-48. Bellarmine beats Bowling Green, 85-67. Wisconsin beats Robert Morris, 78-68. North Florida beats Northwestern State, 80-74. Duquesne beats Rider, 77-58. NC State beats Charleston Southern, 85-53. Auburn beats St. Bonaventure, 77-60. Wake beats Towson, 71-61. Harvard beats UMass, 78-75 in overtime. Long Beach State beats Michigan, 94-86. Pitt beats Jacksonville, 107-56. A&M Commerce beats St. Joe's, 57-54. Drexel beats Fairfield, 65-47. Florida beats Florida State, 89-68. Vandy beats Central Arkansas, 75-74. Cal Poly beats St. Thomas, 61-60. Elon beats IUPUI, 86-72. Stanford beats SC State, 89-72. Number 13, Texas A&M beats Oral Roberts, 74-66. UNC Greensboro upsets number 14, Arkansas, 78-72. Number 20, North Carolina beats UC Riverside, 77-52. Number 22, Alabama beats Mercer, 98-67. Number 23, Illinois beats Valpo, 87-64. Milwaukee beats Luther, 85-56. Iowa beats Arkansas State, 88-74. Western Illinois beats Southern, 88-80 in overtime. Oklahoma beats Texas Rio Grande, 90-66. Memphis beats Alabama State, 92-75. TCU beats Mississippi Valley State, 86-52. Missouri State beats Florida Gulf Coast, 70-61. Texas State beats UTSA, 72-62. Number 21, Villanova beats Maryland, 57-40. UTEP beats Austin Peay, 71-63. Ole Miss beats Sam Houston, 70-67. Oregon beats Tennessee State, 92-67. Stanford beats Eastern Washington, 95-70. Grand Canyon beats San Francisco, 76-72. Idaho defeats Pacific Lutheran, 96-52. Liberty beats Wichita State, 83-66. Colorado State beats UMKC, 84-61. San Diego State beats St. Mary's, 79-54. UC Irvine beats Occidental, 111-51. San Diego beats Lemoyne, 80-71. Portland State beats Cal Baptist, 66-63. UNLV beats Pepperdine, 82-68. Number 3, Arizona beats Belmont, 168. South Carolina beats DePaul, 73-68. And Washington beats Xavier, 74-71. Saturday, Sacred Heart beats Loyola Maryland 66-51. Seton Hall beats Wagner 72-51. Mississippi State beats Wazoo 76-64. Georgetown beats Mount St. Mary's 83-72. Lipscomb beats Bama A&M 106-81. Columbia beats Temple 78-73. East Michigan beats Cleveland State 69-62. George Washington beats New Hampshire 79-67. Northern Arizona beats VMI 78-69. UT Asheville beats Lynchburg 114-59. Northern Illinois beats Little Rock 98-93. Minnesota beats SC Upstate 67-53. Presbyterian beats Northwestern State 78-75. LaSalle beats Southern Indiana 79-78. Fairleigh Dickinson beats Penn State Schuylkill 124-66. Evansville beats Ball State 74-50. Utah Tech beats Lake Erie 81-69. Ohio beats Detroit 71-52. Princeton beats Monmouth 82-57. VCU beats Seattle 60-56. Northwestern beats Rhode Island 72-61. Longwood beats NC Central 73-66. Salem State beats Norfolk State 77-53. Eastern Illinois beats Coppin State 48-46. Binghamton beats Marist 82-59. Maryland Eastern beats Penn 83-80 in overtime. Colgate beats Gardner-Webb 59-52. Loyola beats New Orleans 73-70. Western Carolina beats McNeese 76-74. Nebraska beats Oregon State 84-63. Purdue Fort Wayne beats South Dakota 92-81. Winthrop beats IUPUI 74-61. BC beats Harvard 73-64. North Florida beats Maine 67-58. Pacific beats Lamar 77-76. Portland State beats Cal Poly 73-57. Hampton beats Florida Gulf Coast 92-85. Bryan beats number 10 FAU 61-52. Rutgers beats Howard 85-63. Middle Tennessee beats Milligan 88-62. Queens beats Fairfield 69-63. Weber State beats Yale 75-65 in overtime. UC San Diego beats Navy 73-55. Holy Cross loses to Owan 83-69. WK beats Kentucky State 95-75. Cal Baptist beats St. Thomas 66-62. Santa Clara beats Southeast Louisiana 65-63. North Alabama beats Jacksonville State 61-59. Number 8 Creighton beats Texas Southern 82-50. Incarnate Word beats Arkansas Pine Bluff 181. Next, State beats Northern Colorado 76-71. BYU beats Morgan State 93-50. And Nevada beats Portland 108-83. And then yesterday's results. Wyoming beats Furman 78-71. Drake beats Oakland 85-77. East Valley beats Southern Miss 67-65. Holy Cross beats IUPUI 74-61. Providence beats Georgia 71-64. North Texas beats Towson 65-39. Number 5 UConn beats Indiana 77-57. South Alabama beats SIU Edwardsville 86-74. Lafayette beats Wilkes 69-53. Prairie View beats Tennessee Martin 78-66. Manhattan beats Central Con 67-63. Miami Ohio beats Eastern Illinois 76-64. Clemson beats Boise 85-68. UMBC beats Loyola Maryland 94-79. Charleston beats Coastal Carolina 80-72. Mississippi State beats Northwestern 66-57. Colgate beats Weber State 57-55. Iowa State beats Grambling 92-37. Lindenwood beats William & Mary 71-60. Stephen F. Austin beats Loyola Marymount 86-76. Georgia State beats Little Rock 88-77. Chattanooga beats Tennessee Tech 68-63. Cincinnati beats Northern Kentucky 96-6. Drexel beats Queens 60-52. Northeast beats East Carolina 82-76. Quinnipiac beats Albany 85-82. Number 12 Miami beats Kansas State 91-83. Winthrop beats Elon 78-70. Cornell beats Fullerton 88-70. Youngstown State beats Lake Erie 79-57. LC beats Wake 86-80 in overtime. Yale beats Gardner-Webb 71-70 in overtime. Wazoo beats Rhode Island 78-57. Number 19 Texas beats Louisville 81-80. Max Ambrose with a game winner. Air Force over Omaha 58-56. Ohio State beats Western Michigan 73-56. San Francisco beats DePaul 70-54. Georgetown beats American 88-83 in overtime. Kennesaw beats Georgia Southern 96-92. Tech beats Wofford 98-76. Utah State beats Marshall 83-60. USC beats Aurora 99-48. South Florida beats Northern Iowa 74-65. Charlotte beats George Mason 54-49. St. Thomas beats Portland State 76-70. Liberty beats Vermont 71-61. Abilene Christian beats Fordham 59-45. Number 3 Arizona beats Texas Arlington 101-56. Number 18 Michigan State beats Alcorn State 81-49. Jackson State beats Missouri 73-72. St. John's beats Utah 91-82. And Canyon loses to South Carolina 75-68. Xavier beats St. Mary's 66-49. Akron beats FIU 77-71. Number 16 USC beats Brown 81-70. Number 23, Illinois beats Southern 88-60. Cal Baptist beats Cal Poly 67-58. ECF beats South Dakota State 83-80. Missouri State beats Kent State 56-52. Wichita State beats St. Louis 88-69. Number 6, Houston beats Dayton 69-55. San Diego State beats Washington 197 in overtime. Santa Barbara beats Lemoyne 96-72. And now the games for today at 11 a.m. Iona High Point from Estero, Hertz Arena. My line here is High Point 18.5. And it's Iona only 4.5, total 157.5. That's crazy. That my line came out like that, being High Point plus 4.5 and plus 162 outright. From Cayman Islands, Oakland, Loyola, Merrimack, I have Merrimack by 26.5. And that line is not out yet on FanDuel. Some of these lines aren't out yet, which is unfortunate. 11:30, Fullerton, Southern Miss. That game is not out yet. I have Southern Miss 9.5. Central Michigan, Siena, Daytona Beach. Fullerton, Southern Miss is in St. Augustine, by the way. I have Siena by 15, and it's Central Michigan 2.5, total 137.5. Give me Siena plus the points and plus 116 outright. Norfolk State and Florida Gulf Coast at 1 o'clock. From Virgin Islands, I have Pick'em. That line's not out yet. 1:30, Milwaukee Stetson from Daytona. I have Stetson 21. It's Milwaukee 4.5, total 151.5. Give me Stetson plus the points and plus 158 outright. Yeah, by 1.5, not 21. I read the wrong line on that one, actually. I do have to make some changes. Murray State, UNC Wilmington from Fort Myers. I have Wilmington by 21. And it's 5.5 and 145.5 LA with Wilmington. Drake Stephen F. Boston from Cayman Islands. I have Drake by 9.5. That line's not out yet. Long Beach State, Illinois State from Estero. And it's Long Beach by 21. And it's 7.5 and 153.5 LA with Long Beach. 2 o'clock, Cornell, Utah Valley from St. Augustine. I have Cornell 3.5. And that line's not out yet. This line is out, though, from the Maui Invitational from Honolulu. Number 7, Tennessee, Syracuse. On ESPN 2 at 2:30, I have Tennessee 11. It's 14.5 and 145.5. I'll take Syracuse plus the points. Bakersfield, Sac State, 3 o'clock from San Juan Capistrano. It's Sac State by 5, and it's 2.5 and 131.5 LA with Sac State. Kennesaw State, Northeastern from Greenville. My line's Kennesaw State, 14.5. And that line's not out yet. 3:15, Hampton, San Jose State from Virgin Islands. I have San Jose State 14.5. Line's not out yet. Idaho State, the Citadel. Campbell Classic from Boys Creek. My line's Idaho State by 11. And Citadel 1.5, total 134.5. Give me Idaho State plus the points and plus 110 outright. 4:30, ESPNU from the Garden, Indiana, Louisville. The Satfa Empire Classic. I have Indiana 21.5. And that game being at the Garden, that line's not out yet, which is crazy. Number 2, Purdue. Number 11, Gonzaga. Battle for Atlantis. Or Allstate Maui, my bad. 5 o'clock ESPN 2, I have Purdue 2.5, and it's 5.5 and 154.5. Give me Gonzaga plus the points to cover. Also beat Tarleton State from San Juan Capistrano. I have also beat by 5. And that line's taken down at the moment. Actually, Tarleton 2.5. Total 136.5. I'm going to take Ossipee plus the points and plus 114 outright. Louisiana and Wright State from Hertz. My line is Louisiana by 2. And it's 1.5 and 155.5 high total. I'm still going to take the over. Marshall FIU from Cayman Islands. My line's Marshall 6.5. And that line's not up yet. 5:30 CBS Sports Network. Florida State UNLV from Ocean Center and Daytona. My line's Florida State by 7. It's 3.5 and 149.5. I'll lay the points. 5:45 Kent State Fordham from Virgin Islands. Line's Fordham by 0.5. Line's not up yet. Georgia Southern Eastern Carolina at 6 o'clock. Line's Eastern by 41. And it's 11.5 and 145.5. I'll lay the points. Virginia, Wisconsin from Fort Myers. On Fox Sports 1, my line is Virginia by 9. And it's 3.5 and 123.5. I'll lay the points. 6:30 Morehead State and Bellarmine. My line is Morehead by 10.5. And it's Bellarmine 4.5, total 135.5. Give me Morehead plus the points and plus 164 outright. Ryder, Stony Brook. Mine's Ryder by 4. And Stony Brook 2.5. Give me Ryder plus the points and outright. All right, from the Garden on ESPNU, number 5 UConn at number 19 Texas. My line is Texas by 4. And that line's not up yet either. Weird. If I'm betting Texas, then UConn might be favored. St. Joe's number 17 Kentucky. I have Kentucky by 11. It's 16.5 and 149.5. I'll take St. Joe's to cover. Howard Bryant. My line's Bryant 10.5. It's 3.5 and 157.5. I'll lay it with Bryant. Delaware State NJIT. I have Delaware State 16.5. It's NJIT by 1.5. Give me Delaware State plus the points in whatever the money line is. Sam Houston Troy. My line is Troy 13.5. And it's Sam Houston by 1.5, total 1.5. Give me Troy plus the points and plus 102 outright. NC Central Campbell. My line's Campbell by 7. And it's 3.5 and 126.5. I'll lay the points. Pittsburgh, Greensburg, St. Fran, PA. We can skip. UMass Lowell, St. Peter's. Mine's UMass Lowell by 14.5. And it is 5.5. I'll lay the points. I don't know what the total is. Let's see. 131.5. Southern Indiana, Bucknell. I have Bucknell by 6. At 3.5 and 140.5. I'll lay the points. Charleston Southern and Bethune-Cookman. My line is Southern by 1. And it is Bethune by 3.5, total 142.5. Give me Charleston Southern plus the points and plus 128 outright. All right, 7:30. We can skip these. North American, Texas, Rio Grande, the Uville, Canisius, and Excelsior, Neil Monroe. Next up is Hofstra Buffalo from Estero. My line is Hofstra 16.5. And it's 9.5 and 148.5. I'll lay with Hofstra on the road, or not on the road, but on neutral. Utah State Akron from Cayman Islands. My line's Akron 16. And the line's not up yet. Central Arkansas, Southeast Missouri State. My line's Missouri State by 5. It's 3.5, 157.5. Ooh. It's a high total. I'll still go over. 8 o'clock CBS Sports Network, number 25 Colorado Richmond from Daytona Beach. My line is Colorado 25, and it's 10.5, 143.5. I'll leave the points. SC State Tulsa. My line's Tulsa 24, and it's 15.5 and 150.5. I'll lay the points. Oregon Florida A&M. My line's Oregon by 54, and it's 21.5 and 140.5. I'll lay the points. Next few we could skip. Wisconsin is out. North Dakota State, Midway, Tennessee State. Next up is UTSA and Houston Christian. Mine's Houston Christian by 4. And it's UTSA 6.5 to 164.5. Give me Houston Christian plus the points and plus the 25 outright. Stonehill and A&M Commerce. My line is Commerce by 8, but that's probably wrong. It should be... Okay, no, it's right. I have Commerce by 8, and it's 9.5, 139.5. I'll take the over. Abilene Christian, Missouri State. From Virgin Islands, my line's Missouri State by 3. And I don't see that line yet. New Orleans, Oklahoma State, I have OK State by 9. And it's 12.5, 144.5. I'll take New Orleans in the points. Charlotte, UCF from St. Augustine, I have UCF by 5. That line's not out yet. From Fort Myers, SMU, West Virginia, I have West Virginia by 3. That game's going to be on Fox Sports 1. And, SMU's giving 2.5 to 145.5. Give me West Virginia plus the points plus 126 outright. Number 1 Kansas and Chaminade in the Maui Invitational on ESPNU at 9 o'clock. We don't have a line for that, but Kansas should win. Green Bay, Montana State. My line's Montana State by 24.5. It's 11.5, 133.5. I'll leave the points. 10 o'clock, Navy, San Diego. My line's San Diego by 25. And it's 6.5, 137.5. I'll leave the points of San Diego. Miss Valley State, Santa Clara. My line is Santa Clara by a whopping 53, and it's 27.5, 145.5. I'll leave the points. From San Juan Capistrano, I have Bradley Tulane by 18.5, and it's Bradley 1.5 total 146. That could be Tulane plus the points and plus 106 outright. North Dakota Pacific at 11. My line's Pacific by 10. And it's 5.5, 152.5. I'll leave the points. Maui Invitational, ESPN 2, 11:30 UCLA, number 4 Marquette. My line is Pick'em. It's Marquette 5.5 total 138.5. I'll take UCLA plus the points. I don't know if they're gonna win outright though. And then at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, Cal UTEP from San Juan Capistrano. My line is Cal by 7. It's UTEP 1.5 total 141.5. I'll take Cal plus the points and plus 110 outright. Now we're going to recap the NBA games from the weekend and look ahead to the games for tonight. All right, Friday. East Group B in the in-season tournament. Knicks over the Wizards, 128-99. In-season tournament Group B. Bucks over the Hornets, 130-99. East Group A. Sixers over the Hawks, 126-116. East Group A. Cavs over the Pistons, 108-100. East Group C, Celtics over the Raptors, 108-105. East Group C, Kings over the Spurs, 129-120. That's West Group C. East Group C, Magic over the Bulls, 103-97. West Group B, Pelicans over the Nuggets, 115-110. West Group A, Suns over the Jazz, 131-128. West Group A, Lakers over the Blazers, 107-95. And West Group B, Clippers over the Rockets, 106-100. Saturday. T-Wolves over the Pelicans, 121-120. Knicks over the Hornets, 122-108. Bulls over the Heat, 102-97. Bucks over the Mavericks, 132-125. Grizz over the Spurs, 120-108. Thunder over the Warriors, 130-123 in overtime. And then yesterday, Sixers over the Nets, 121-99. Raptors over the Pistons, 142-113. Magic over the Pacers, 128-116. Cavs over the Nuggets, 121-109. Kings over the Mavs, 129-113. Celtics over the Grizz, 102-100. Suns over the Jazz, 140-137 in double overtime. Thunder over the Blazers, 134-91. And the Lakers over the Rockets 105-104. And then tonight, 7 o'clock, you have the Celtics against the Hornets. My line is Celtics by 13. And it's 9.5 and 2-3, 2.5 LA, the points of Boston. Sorry, guys, no totals tonight. Nuggets, Pistons, I have Nuggets 6.25, and it's 8.5 and 2.20.5. I'll take the Pistons and the points. Bucks, Wiz, I have Bucks 9.5, and it's 9.5 and 2.44.5. Under. 8 o'clock, Heat, Bulls, I have Bulls by 3/4, and the Bulls are 1.5 point dogs total. 210, I'll take the Bulls plus the points and even money outright. Knicks, T-Wolves, I have T-Wolves 4.75, and it's 3 and 2.13.5. I'll take the over. Kings, Pelicans, I have the Kings by 3.5, and it's 1 2.37. I'll lay the one with the Kings. They're hot right now. Clips, Spurs, I have the Clips by 3.5, and it is 8.5 and 2.3.5. I'll take San Antonio the cover. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. And 10 o'clock, Rockets, Warriors, I have the Warriors by 4.25, and it's 7.5 and 2.21.5. I like the number as well. Now I'll move on to the NHL. We will go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to tonight's games. Friday, Maple Leafs over the Red Wings 3-2. Sabres lose to the Jets 3-2. Panthers over the Ducks 2-1. Saturday, Wild over the Senators 2-1. A shootout. Flyers over the Golden Knights 4-3. Preds over the Blackhawks 4-2. Lightning over the Oilers 6-4. Bruins over the Canadiens 5-2. Hurricanes over the Penguins 4-2. Rangers over the Devils 5-3. Jets over the Coyotes 5-2. Islanders over the Flames 5-4 in a shootout. Capitals over the Blue Jackets 4-3. Avs over the Stars 6-3. Kraken over the Canucks 4-3. And the Kings over the Blues 5-1. And then yesterday, the Maple Leafs over the Wild 4-3 in overtime. In Sweden, Flyers over the Blue Jackets 5-2. Pens over the Golden Knights 3-0. Sabres over the Blackhawks 3-2. And the Blues over the Ducks 3-1. All right, a nice slate for tonight, 7 games. 7 o'clock, you have the Bruins against the Lightning. The Bruins are minus 137. The Lightning are plus 114. Over under 6.5. Over is plus 102. Under is minus 124. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 176. Bolts plus 1.5 is minus 115. There's not many times you see the Lightning as a home underdog. Here you do. I'm going to take them plus 114. Oilers, Panthers. Terrible game. Edmonton minus 114. Florida minus 105. Over under 6.5. Over is minus 140. Under is plus 114. Oilers minus 1.5 is plus 198. Panthers plus 1.5 is minus 245. We know the Oilers have a new coach. They're 5-10-1 though. They're favored. Why? Give me the Panthers minus 105. All right, 8 o'clock. In my opinion, probably the best game of the early season so far. Rangers Stars. Wow. Dallas minus 146. The Rangers plus 122. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 122. Under is even money. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 5. Dallas minus 1.5 is plus 168. I'm going under. Automatic under. I think this is a play on Shesterkin and Ottinger. I don't want to pick the side because I feel like it's a 3-2 game either way. So I'm going under. Avs Preds. Avs minus 162. Preds plus 134. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Avs minus 1.5 is plus 146. Preds plus 1.5 is minus 178. That's a hard one. I kind of like the over, but I don't feel strong about it. 9 o'clock, Kings, Coyotes. Kings minus 152. Coyotes plus 126. Over under 6.5. Minus 170 each way. Kings minus 1.5 is plus 158. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 192. I like the over. 10 o'clock, Sharks, Canucks. Canucks minus 330. Sharks plus 260. Over under 6.5. Over is even money. Under is minus 122. Sharks plus 1.5 is plus 110. Canucks minus 1.5 is minus 132. Over. No doubt about it. Then Flames, Kraken. Kraken minus 122. Flames plus 102. Over under 5.5. Over is minus 140. Under is plus 114. Flames plus 1.5 is minus 245. Kraken minus 1.5 is plus 198. Kraken have kind of turned it around a little bit. I'm going to say that there's going to be overtime plus 350. that's just a fun little bet there. Okay, now we'll move on to soccer. We'll go over some notable results from the weekend and look ahead to notable soccer going on today. We'll start with Euro qualifying. Friday, Kazakhstan over San Marino 3-1. Finland over North Ireland 4-0. Moldova and Albania 1-1 draw. England over Malta 2-0. Italy over North Macedonia 5-2. Poland and Czechia 1-1 draw. Denmark over Slovenia 2-1. Saturday, Armenia Wales 1-1 draw. Croatia over Latvia 2-0. Belarus over Andorra 1-0. Romania over Israel 2-1. Switzerland and Kosovo 1-1 draw. France over Gibraltar 14-0. Netherlands over Republic Ireland 1-0. And then yesterday, Hungary over Montenegro 3-1. Serbia and Bulgaria 2-2 draw. Belgium over Azerbaijan 5-0. Sweden over Estonia 2-0. Luxembourg over Liechtenstein 1-0. Scotland, Norway 3-3 draw. Spain over Georgia 3-1. Portugal over Iceland 2-0. And Slovakia over Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-1. We don't have time to do picks for today's soccer, but we'll just go over them. So 2:45, Czechia, Moldova, North Macedonia, England, North Ireland, Denmark, San Marino, Finland, Slovenia, and Kazakhstan, Albania, Faroe Islands, Ukraine, Italy are your matches for today in Euro. CONCACAF qualifying, Friday, Montserrat over Dominican Republic 2-1. Nicaragua over Barbados 4-0. Bermuda over St. Vincent 3-1. And Belize over French Guiana 1-0. Saturday, Puerto Rico over Antigua Barbuda 3-2. Bonaire over Anguilla 3-0. And then yesterday, Bahamas and Guyana postponed. Guadalupe over St. Kitts and Nevis 5-0. And St. Martin over St. Lucia 2-1. And today's game's 2 o'clock. We have Montserrat and Barbados, Dominica and Turks and Caicos, and Aruba and Cayman Islands. All right, Women's Super League from the weekend. Chelsea over Liverpool 5-1 on Saturday. And then yesterday, Everton, Bristol City 2-2 draw. Arsenal over Brighton 3-0. Leicester over Tottenham. I'm sorry, that was a 1-1 draw. Aston Villa over West Ham 3-2. And Man City over Man United 3-1. All right, notable soccer for today other than the ones we just touched on. We have more CIF World Cup qualifying. 8 a.m. coming up. We have Djibouti and Guinea-Bissau. 11 o'clock, Gambia, Ivory Coast, Liberia, and Equatorial Guinea. And then 2 o'clock, Chad and Madagascar, Mali and Central African Republic, and Seychelles and Kenya. And then Eritrea and Congo was canceled. And we have international friendly between Russia and Cuba at 11:30. And that's it for soccer. Now we will touch on the results from the RSM Classic. Your winner with score 29 under, Ludwig Gaberg, he finally comes through. Second with 25 under, Mackenzie Hughes, tied for third with 22 under, Eric Cole and Tyler Duncan. Tied for fifth, 19 under, Ben Close, Adam Subson, and Dylan McCarthy. Tied for eighth with 18 under, Ryan Moore, Grayson Sieg, Taylor Montgomery, Austin Eckler, Ben Griffin. Tied for 13th with 17 under, J.J. Spawn, Peter Quest, Vincent Whaley, Ryan Henley, Charlie Hoffman, and Sam Ryder. Tied for 19th with 16 under, Kelly Craft, Luke Bliss, Adam Schenk, Estelonzo Koya. Tied for 23rd with 15 under, Kevin Tway, Nate Hardy, Jacob Solomon. Fred Biondi, Alex Naren, tied for 28th with 14 under, Matthew Neesmith, Stefan Yeager, Chris Kirk, Brendan Todd, Thomas Dietrich, Harry English, Will McGirt, and Nicholas Lindheim. Tied for 36th with 13 under, Ricky Barnes and Will Gordon. Tied for 38th with 12 under, Jason Hadley, Brandon Gay, Cam Young, Ashke Bahita, Scott Piercy, and Matt Aikens. Tied for 44th with 11 under, Russell Knox, Nicholas Echeverria, Corey Connor, Stuart Singh, Pat Gazier, Brian Herman, Wesley Bryant, Alex Smalley, JT Potson. Tied for 53 with 10 under, Tanner Guinea, Matt Kuchar, Davis Thompson, Austin Spelman, and Cody Gribble. Tied for 58th with 9 under, Brendan Wu, Cam Champ, Kyungwoo Lee, Matt McNeely, Ben Crane, Camellia Vegas. Tied for 64th with 8 under, Alex Bailey, Robert Streb, Justin Sue, and Brent Grant. Tied for 68th with 7 under, Harry Higgs, Ben Carr, and Yechun Yuan. Tied for 71st with 6 under, Saiwoo Kim, Carson Young. Tied for 73rd with 5 under, Andrew Novak, Kramer Hickok. Tied for 75th with 4 under, Sodi Kodiara and Curtis Thompson. 77th with 3 under, Cam Percy. 78th with 1 under, Kevin Kisner. Notables cut. Secheng Du, Justin Lauer, Harrison Endicott, Sean O'Hare, Mark Hubbard, Kevin Chappell, Francesco Monardi, Nate Lashley, Adam Long, Doug Gim, Taylor Pender, Scott Songs, Bryce Garnett, Kevin Westburn, Robbie Shelton, Zach Blair, Zach Johnson, Peter Malnati, Jonathan Bird, Henrik Norlander, Max McGreevy, Paul Haley, Dylan Fratelli, C.A. Wu, Matthias Schwab, Hayden Buckley, Keith Mitchell, Nate Watney, Austin Cook, Webb Simpson, Troy Merritt, Doc Redmond, Dylan Link, Martine Laird, Trevor Warblow, Hank Labiota, Scott Stevens, Joaquin Herman, NJ Doffe, Augusto Nunes, Jason Duffner, Ryder Ward, Grayson Chalmers, Kevin Stroman, Richie Rensky, Matthias Schmidt, Grayson Murray, Jimmy Walker, Tyson Alexander, Michael Glidgick, Ryan Palmer, Chris Stroud, Jonas Blixt, and withdrawing Sangano, Andrew Landry, and Zeke Tipon. Okay, now move on to the news and notes for today. So a lot of stuff we have to talk about. There's a controversial ending to last night's Suns-Jazz game as refs overturned Kevin Durant's foul on Lauri Markkanen in second overtime. Oof. There's tempers in the Kings-Mavs game from yesterday. Does JaVale McGee have to be held back from Tim Hardaway Jr.? How about this? The NBA is making LaMelo Ball cover his tattoo, as his tattoo of his clothing brand violates rules against exposing commercial logos on players' bodies. What? That's crazy. Bradley Beal is out at least 3 more weeks as he continues rehab for lower back strain. Yikes. Ty Lue to Paul George, making it clear that he wants PG to be more aggressive. A lot of big injuries today in football. Geno Smith, elbow injury, uncertain about the Thursday night game against the 49ers. Kenneth Walker, legit oblique strain. Yikes. Brutal injury for the 49ers. Talanoa Hufanga torn ACL. That's sad. Taylor Rapp stretched off in an ambulance after a collision in the Bills-Jets game. Cooper Kupp hurt his ankle against the Seahawks. Devin Achane in his first game back left the game with a knee injury out of precaution. Mekhi Becton carted off. That was not cool to see. Joey Bosa ruled out the Packer game against against the Packers with a foot injury. Aaron Jones ruled out with a knee injury. That was brutal to see. Tyreek Hill hurt his hand against the Raiders. Justin Jefferson didn't play against the Broncos. And Anthony Barr was elevated to the active roster for Minnesota. Dallas Goedert out against the Chiefs, as we talked about earlier. But Cam Jurgens off IR for Philly. But the big injury, obviously, Joe Burrow out for the season with the torn ligament. That is absolutely brutal for the Cincinnati Bengals. And shame on Cincinnati for kind of hiding the injury and letting Burrow play. Or really, shame on Burrow in a way, but I understand that guys want to just play through injury sometimes. But Burrow looked okay in that Ravens game, and then obviously Amazon showed him throwing that warm-up pass, and there it goes. And Burrow says he felt a pop, as he said he had a feeling wrist injury was significant after leaving the game against the Ravens. That is just brutal, and that pretty much gives the Ravens the freeway to run away and hide in this division with both now him and Watson out. And Pittsburgh is just too inconsistent. That was my pick to win the division before the year, but now it looks like Pittsburgh's probably going to come in second and get a wild card. Or maybe even third with them losing to the Browns in the revenge spot, obviously. But there is a big injury for the Ravens as Mark Andrews has a cracked fibula and an ankle ligament injury. He's out for the season. That's a brutal injury for the Ravens. The Pat Freiermuth came back for the Steelers yesterday, but Keanu Neal was placed on IR. Justin Fields came back for the Bears yesterday, as well as Khalil Herbert, and they almost won that game. Probably should have. Aaron Rodgers' return update as Christmas Eve against the Commanders is most likely date if the Jets are still in the hunt. And it doesn't look like they're going to be, as Zach Wilson was benched in that game for Tim Boyle. And speaking of the Jets, they're going to pursue Devontae Adams in the offseason to reunite him with Rodgers. I'm telling you what, they're going to try for him and they're going to try for Bakhtiari just to get the band back together. The Browns signed Joe Flacco to the practice squad. That is so funny. I can't believe he's still active. I thought he retired. How about this? Jay Glazer yesterday before the game reported that Frank Reich has the hottest seat as he's in danger of being one and done in Carolina. That's just insane. The freaking Panthers. Like, what do you expect? Him to win 10 games, make the playoffs? Come on. Dan Campbell turns down the Texas A&M job. And rightfully so. He has a good NFL team, and there's just a lot of stress coaching college. It's easier to coach in the NFL, arguably. Eagles cut 51-year-old offensive lineman Bernard Williams. He was released 29 years after his last game. Wow. That's funny. Like, didn't know that there was somebody that old on an active roster. Josh Jacobs was fined again over $21,000 for unnecessary roughness penalty against the Jets. Obviously, Joe Burrow made a post after his injury on Instagram. And the league is investigating the Bengals, as Burrow's hand injury and absence from the injury report prior to the game against the Ravens is being probed by the league, as it should. Like I said, the Bengals and Burrow hid this injury. And Carissa Thompson of Thursday Night Football clarifies comments about made-up in-game interviews. That really had social media buzzing over the weekend, and people giving their own opinions about that. That's just crazy that she came out and said that. And Carissa Thompson, she's just, to me, not been that great on the Amazon. Like, she called Antonio Pierce Antonio Brown when talking about the Raiders the other day. That was appalling. The FedEx Field showers broke as the Giants and the Commanders' locker rooms had no hot water and the players couldn't shower. That's brutal. That's terrible on the Commanders' part. Oh, and another injury was Darius Slayton left the game due to an arm injury. Didn't matter in that game. And there's a fight in the Giant Commander game. Sam Howell rushing touchdown, and there's a late hit on Sam Howell. It led to 2 ejections. And then Tommy DeVito and Saquon Barkley yelled Jersey after getting the win. That was kind of funny. And then Deontay Banks roasts the Commanders as he didn't forget that the Commanders passed them in the draft. Some soccer news. Bellingham wins the Golden Boy after a wild year. Vinicius leaves Brazil camp as he returns to Madrid following the muscle injury, and he's out 2.5 months as he has a distal tendon involvement. And then Gavi was injured playing for Spain as he's feared to have suffered a major knee injury. It's a lot of weird soccer stuff. Big golf news is Tiger Woods is set to return as he'll play in the Hero World Challenge. First competition since withdrawing from the Masters last April. That's so good for golf. I can't wait for that. Brutal news for Florida State as Jordan Travis suffered a gruesome lower body injury during the game. And then he shared a positive message. It was yesterday on Instagram after the game. Colorado running back Kavosky Smoke says that the Buffs would be undefeated if they didn't play selfish ball. Are you kidding me? You gotta be freaking kidding me. That's one of the dumbest comments I've ever heard. And honestly, Smoke is selfish for saying that. Like Deion's probably kicking the guy's ass right now as we speak. Like, bro. It's just a bad comment. And Deion says it's his toughest stretch ever. That's what life in the Pac-12 does for you. Michigan fires its linebacker coach, Chris Partridge, after new evidence from the Big Ten as the school drops the lawsuit. And then Partridge allegedly destroyed evidence as booster linked to funding for scouting scheme. Whew. This is a mess. We talk about the Michigan mess every News and Notes. We should just have its own segment off News and Notes, like News and Notes sub-segment Michigan mess. And how about this? Harbaugh could miss more games as he could be suspended for bulk of 2024 for alleged sign stealing and recruiting violations. Oh my God. And he might not even be coaching Michigan, and the NFL is going to suspend him. And speaking of coaches getting fired, Dino Babers fired from Syracuse after 8 seasons, 41-55 record. I'm surprised he wasn't fired a while ago. He's double digits under 500. He's stuck with him for a while. So we'll see where Syracuse plans to go there. Some baseball news, a big free agent resigning. Phillies re-signed Aaron Nola, 7 years, $172 million, pending physical. So one of my big predictions for the offseason that I had in the offseason prediction show comes to life. I I was wrong on the contract, but I was right with the signing, obviously. Phillies needed him back. That was the bottom line. He's their ace, homegrown. I get the deal. Good job by Philadelphia, and the contract is pretty good. I think they got a discount there. The Brewers acquired Jake Bauers from the New York Yankees for 2 outfield prospects, so the Yankees are obviously getting more assets to try to deal to San Diego for Juan Soto or something like that. Could be a good pickup for Milwaukee. We'll see. And the Yankees non-tender Albert Abreu, Lou Trevino, and Anthony Misowitz as they're set to be free agents. I thought they non-tendered Jose Trevino. So I misread that. It was Lou Trevino. Okay. And that makes more sense. Yamamoto to be posted on Monday as the team's 45-day negotiating window for pitcher likely to start Tuesday. So we'll see who signs him. Mariners acquire Luis Urias from the Boston Red Sox for right-handed pitcher Isaiah Campbell. So we'll see if that change of scenery type of deal works out. This is a big non-tender. Brandon Woodruff, non-tender, but he's expected to miss the 2024 season. So we'll see who signs him. How about the Braves and the Royals making a trade for 2 former first-round picks? Kyle Wright for Jackson Cower. We'll see who comes out on top in that deal. But both those guys obviously were high draft picks that really haven't worked out with their respective teams. I mean, Kyle Wright's, I think, shown more promise than Cower, but I think the Royals might have fleeced the Braves here, but I could be wrong. Marcus Smart out 3 to 5 weeks with a left foot sprain. Bad just keeps getting worse for the Grizzlies, huh? And how good does that trade look for Boston now? Steph Curry came back over the weekend against the Thunder after missing 2 games, so that's good for the Warriors. How about Zach LaVine, top landing spots: Sixers, Lakers, Heat, Spurs, Kings. And another team to watch, according to Shams, is the Toronto Raptors. That would be a weird fit. I mean, they do need someone to replace Van Vliet's production, so that would make sense. Surprised the Knicks aren't on the list. And honestly, they shouldn't be. Because they don't need Zach LaVine. How about this? Milan Lucic arrested after an alleged domestic incident. Yikes, that's not good for Boston. And non-sports news, former First Lady Rosalind Carter passes away at the age of 96. Thoughts and prayers to the Carter family. Rest in peace, Rosalind Carter. That was just sad news that dropped yesterday afternoon as it came on the ticker on CBS during the football games. So there you have it for the news and notes. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. So a lot of options on the board. We're going to do a half unit on the play. And that play, my friends, is going to be in college basketball. It's going to be a line that stuck out to me. The game's on tonight, and it's involving a currently ranked team. And I'm going to lay 10.5 with Colorado against Richmond. I think Colorado is way better than Richmond. And I think that Colorado should win this game by double digits. So, half unit Colorado, minus 10.5 against Richmond on a neutral for my best bet of the day. Okay, so that's it for today's show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. You'll get to everything tomorrow as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.